I wear hard plastic lenses called scleral lenses. You can see the edge of them right there. I don't really have tear ducts anymore because they are covered in scar tissue. And if I try and cry in my scleral lenses, I usually develop a small bleed. So annoying. It's honestly such a bummer and a weird feeling to go through life trying to hold in my emotions. Like, I will never be able to just have a good cry. I'm going to redo both of my lenses, even though that is the only eye with a drop of blood. They equally got inflamed when my eyes got watery earlier and I teared up. The reason why I wear my lenses is because 4 years ago this week, I got Stevens-Johnson syndrome. And so I'm having a tough week. The flashbacks are coming back. I'm kind of reliving the nightmare of having SJS all over again. I will show you the drop of blood 1 second. Here is the drop of blood in my eye. I don't think anyone that wears scleral lenses is at risk for this happening, but I don't have tear ducts and SJS eyes are unique. They're not like any other dry eye patients. I'm just going to rinse off the blood, let my lenses sanitize for a minute in some unique pH, which is going to kind of like condition and soften them. I've heard that like if you have a good laugh, it's supposed to release the same kind of things that get released when you cry. The reason why I think this happens is because my scleral lenses are a specialty type of scleral lenses called pros. So the surface of SJS eyes, because they're covered in scar tissue, my eyes are kind of like the surface of the moon, right? There's little potholes and divots. So I went through 27, 28 pairs. Each pair had a little tweak in it till I found just the perfect lens to fit my eye. I have no idea exactly why my eye bleeds when I try and cry with my lenses, but I'm gonna let this one soak for a little longer, the one that had the blood, and I'm gonna put in my other eye first. I think it has something to do with the fact that because my lenses are custom made to my eyes, when you cry, this is just a guess. I've never had a doctor told me this, but I've Googled it and this is like my guess of what's going on. When you cry, your eyes swell slightly and then there's blood vessels all over my eye. I think the edge of the lens rubs against the blood vessel. It irritates it, and honestly, I make putting in my lenses and taking them out really easy, but I used to struggle really bad with them. I used to not be able to tolerate them. I had to spend months building up my tolerance, starting at like an hour to a day. And I just had all kinds of health problems when I first got them that have since stabilized more or less. When I first got my lenses, I would try and cry in them pretty regularly. And honestly, I think it caused some more scar tissue to form because around that time, my astigmatism and my prescription randomly worsened. So I think it created a little bit more scar tissue. So I try and really just like never ever cry in them. And I got a little bit emotional thinking about the 4-year SJS anniversary earlier, and I got a little choked up, and it was just for a minute or two, and I calmed myself back down and went about my day. And then I realized, oh, there's a drop of blood. I better do a lens change. And the 4-year anniversary will be on Thanksgiving Day. And like, I don't know, does anyone have any ideas of like a really good emotional release? It's gonna be a tough week for me, and like I would like to have a good cry and I would like to just let it out, but I have to hold it in at least as far as tears go, or otherwise that happens. So let me know if you have any other suggestions. Thanks for watching. Bye. Good to go now.